Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical FX Trading. This is the US dollar Japanese yen weekly analysis for the week of December 29th, 2019. Make sure you subscribe to our channel if you want regular updates on all the major currency pairs, and we actually have a US dollar Japanese yen playlist you can subscribe to. Just click on that red button in the bottom of your channel to subscribe to our channel. Red button in the bottom of your screen to subscribe to our channel. Okay, so we're looking at the dollar yen. I've got the weekly pivot points mapped out, and we see that price close is going to open right about at the pivot, right? So that 109.49 mark. And even though the U.S. dollar faced some pressure last week, we see it hasn't quite pushed through resistance. It did for briefly, and then got shot right back with last week's price action, but there's just that question of were people really selling U.S. dollars last week, or is it just because all the central banks had the week off? And the trend's going to continue once those players are back in the game. We see this broad ascending trend channel going up over time back since August of 2019. So as we go into the new year, what I'm thinking might happen is we're going to see price maybe return to this fast-moving average, the daily. So we might see actually price go down, right? We did have a bearish daily candle, didn't quite make it through resistance. So what could have happened is we could see price return to weekly S1 before we get in for another buy. Really, I want to see price kind of touch down in the moving average, or kind of pull back to this 50-day moving average before I buy or sell. That's my little pocket to buy in. And even though this is on a long-term uptrend, I don't want to buy at the top. And so this resistance band here, this 109.66 area, it's been tested a couple times. So ultimately, I do think price will break through there. However, I don't want to buy at the top. I want to wait for these pullback opportunities. Just as we saw here, like if we look at this weekly S2, 109.12, that mark's been goes all the way back to mid-September, where price, right, could stay below it, then pushed above it, hung above it for another 4 months or so, and now eventually pushed up. And so what I think, though, is that this currency pair is pretty famous for a lot of up and down, kind of slow pit movements compared to some other pairs. This is a good one if you're just learning how to trade. Dollar yen is a good one to cut your teeth on because it moves pretty slow. So let's go ahead and look at the shorter term. Okay, this is good. So we see this is our 4-hour trend, and we see that, yeah, price just wasn't successful breaking through this 109 area. Got a little bit of rejection, but not too much. However, if we look at these candles, right, as price fought through the zone, price just fell below the 4-hour fast-moving average and the medium. So I'm thinking we're going to see price return back down to this 200 period right around the weekly S1. And really, if we're thinking about uptrends in the big picture, price could come all the way back down, touch the 109, this weekly S2, and come back above and still be technically on trend. So that's always something to remember, that these short-term movements are just kind of noise, right? So depending on where you're making your trading from, you want to make sure that you have the right time frame in your analysis. Now, I do a lot of analysis in the big weekly and daily charts. However, all my day trades, I'm going to be doing something shorter on like the 401 hour. So let's go ahead and draw a parallel trend channel. So we've got the top of this channel, and we've got the bottom of this channel. We can probably choke this up a bit here. And so there you go. That looks like the sweet spot right about the 109.12 to 109.20 mark on weekly S1. I'm going to look for price to return to there and then make my buy. And my target, in the short term would be this 109.66 because price will return there. Now, if it gets through, great. We're going to see a big bull push up. However, if we look at our calendar here on the bottom, that could take all the way to mid-January. So if it's an interest loss, right, if I'm getting charged by my broker interest daily to hold my positions, I want to be careful of that. If it's a loss, sometimes you get paid, right? Sometimes it works out in your favor. And I'll have to check the interest for dollar yen to see what the current spread is. I use Oanda trading platform because then especially I don't want to hold on to positions too long. If I'm going to be charged interest, I'll wait for a target for price to kind of inch back closer up to this move, and then wait for price to break through with a solid bullish candle, and then I'll jump in. So short term looking for a dip, but ultimately looking for dollar strength to continue into 2020. So thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out all of our currency pair analysis on our channel, and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye.